Okay, so I'm heading to the Tribe pop-up shop. There's Rebecca in the back somewhere. And, she wants to say hi again. I'm getting ready to drop off some shirts. Yeah, so as you know, I like doing stuff. And today I'm doing some awesome stuff. I put together my studio in the basement, so you'll all see some pictures of that in this clip in a bit. Probably right. Okay, so those are the pictures to my new studio. Hope you all like it, hope you all think it's cool. I think it's amazing personally. My buddy John helped me out. Don't tell him I told you that. And yeah, so let's get into the Tribe shop, shall we? Okay, so I'm here today with Rebecca Morris, and we're going to chit chat about her life. So, here are the questions I have. Are you ready?
Okay.
Are you ready?
Okay.
Let's do this. So, Rebecca, what drives you? What moves you? What makes you want to wake up in the morning?
Me?
Yes, you.
Yeah. Well, first I would say, what makes me wake up in the morning
Yes,
Interesting question. Because I'm an impulsive person, I have like driving images that pop up in my head and I just complete them and I have to do them. Yeah. Sporadically, whether it's stupid or high or low, I just have to get rid of them. I have to complete whatever images come into my mind, and that's basically.
So what's your latest image? What are you trying to achieve now?
My latest image?
Yes.
Getting out of embalming class.
Embalming class?
Yeah, getting out of that class.
So you work at a funeral home?
Yes.
Oh, okay. How long have you been on that?
8 months.
8 months. How do you like it?
It's fun.
What drives you to do that? What makes you want to do funerals?
My honest answer is
please.
I like doing dissections and I like, not say cutting people, I mean that's fun too, but I actually like, I guess I like learning a lot about the body, but like now that I'm actually in the business, it's more so when you collect people, they come to you in any type of condition, like feces on them, throw up, whatever, like horrible. And when we clean them up, I like the process when you see them at their worst and then you clean them up and make them look better. And then,
so you like the human aspect of giving someone a proper burial, a proper send-off to the next world or something like that?
I like that. I just like seeing things and from the beginning to the end, like when you see things, when you see, like people come to you, like when I say people come to me in any condition, like they come to you in any condition, and it's in ways that people don't necessarily think about or want, because I know a lot of times people think funerals are always so expensive, oh it's this, oh it's that, but if you was to see people from the beginning, like exactly when they died and how they died, you not gonna wanna be around them, or you always gonna have like a negative connotation. So it comes with it's a lot of work from the time that person dies up until like the burial or the cremation. Like all the stuff that happens in between time, like it's a lot to get there. And I like doing it from like the pickup all the way to like the end and seeing like the process. And each person is different, each family is different, every family wants to require something different.
Yeah.
It's fun.
What's the hardest part about doing that?
Picking people up, because everybody's heavy.
Heavy?
Dead weight is heavy. People are heavy, like, and then you're taking them downstairs.
Yeah.
Like, picking up, if you're doing pickups from houses, like, steps are slender, small. 2 people can't fit on a
Does
step.
the medical examiner doesn't come out and get them?
No, we do.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. Huh. Have you always wanted to do that? Like since you were a kid?
No. I wanted to be a psychologist, so that's what I thought I wanted to do.
Yeah.
But then I realized I didn't. I don't really care about people's feelings all like that. Like it just is. It just is what it is. So I did something that's more behind the scenes.
Right.
But in front of the scenes, let's be more behind the scenes, I guess.
That was funny. So when did you realize you wanted to do this?
When I started doing when I was at Mason and I was doing
George Mason?
Yeah.
Nice.
When I was in the psychology program doing dissections, and I realized.
Did you do those in there?
Yeah, we do brain dissections.
Gotcha.
Eye dissections, and you got to pick apart a brain, and then you have to pick apart a brain, and then you have to know each part and how to, not say how to put it back together, but you have to know what it is based off what it looks like. And the brain itself is kind of complex, like, you know what I mean? You have the frontal lobes and stuff like that, but there's even within those, there's different parts that might, even like parts that just look like a smudge on the brain, that's actually considered a part. So like those little blemishes, like everything has a function. I like learning about body functions and how things happen.
And you just were like, you know what, I want to be.
Yeah, I knew I didn't want to be a surgeon because surgeons, not say surgeons, but like nurses and doctors, it's a disgusting job. Like,
yeah, I can see that being a problem. I can definitely see that being a problem. So what is your goal when it comes to funeral prep and all that stuff?
Owning a crematory.
Crematory. Oh, like the.
Yeah.
Do they have those inside of the funeral homes, or you can have like a separate crematory?
Sometimes, like some of them have their own. Some of them have separate. You can own just a separate crematory, and then have funerals, like funeral homes who don't have crematory. They can contract. You can contract with them.
I didn't know that. Okay, so is it true that when you put the, because I don't know if you all have seen it, but I've seen it, like you can put the
viscera.
What's that?
Viscera? You mean like viscera?
The ashes?
Oh no, not ashes. You mean an urn?
Yeah, no, can you put
cremation remains.
Okay. Cremation remains.
Okay, the difference between cremation remains and ashes, cremated remains are basically crushed up bones, or your bones don't, like basically when you are cremated, your viscera and your skin is what burns. Bone is more so just carbon. Carbon doesn't burn. Like, that's why, carbon doesn't burn. Like, that's why, and carbon doesn't break down. Just why you're able to see like the dinosaurs and things like that still to this day, because it takes millions and millions of years for carbon itself to break down. So basically the bones, like they kind of soften in the fire, and then you crush them up, and then we place them in the urns, and then you give it to family.
So if I were to like get that little bio box thing with my cremation remains in it, would that become a flower?
Nope.
No?
No.
Why not? Because of the carbon, like it won't break down?
Your bones.
Okay.
Your bones will never turn into a tree.
Okay, all right.
Your bones will always be a bone.
Okay, so what if, right? Because what I want to do is, like, on the day of my passing, I would like to be placed underground, right, and have a weeping willow tree placed on top of me.
If you want to
will I be like absorbed into the tree?
Not by cremation remains. If you want that to happen,
just hold me, like
if it's a whole you,
whole body.
You're allowed to, depending on what state you live in, or country you die in or decide to go to. I know that in some countries they basically like lay a sheet over top of you, and then they bury you, and then you just kind of like disintegrate, but your body just break down naturally, which you're supposed to just break down naturally, and then you become one with the earth. Your bones will still be there, but your body and You have vultures that will eat you. You'll have bugs.
I've seen those, like
the sky bear.
The sky bears, yeah. Those things. Those are tough to watch.
Yeah.
Like
I think it's like the monk. Is that like a monk?
So the ones I saw, they were in the Alps, but they can't. Like the ground is so hard because on the mountain they can't dig into the ground, so they do sky.
They have to.
It was so like I was watching one. I just saw the father. It was like still shots of him. The father had cut into the body, and he's like watching his son like get picked apart by watching. He's just like he's crying, but
he's one with the earth.
Yeah, it was heavy. It was heavy. It was hard to watch. It was definitely hard to watch. Definitely hard to watch. You all know I'm a sensitive person, so that hurt. That one to watch. I could not do it. I'd probably cry like a little baby every day.
I might say that they be crying, but like, I mean,
I'm a softie. I'm a softie. I'm a softie. I'm a sensitive little baby. Just a big softie. Very emotional.
What did you say you were sad because of that rape movie that we watched?
Oh my gosh. I don't talk about that movie. No. Forget she said anything about whatever movie. No. Hush it. Hush it. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm going to end this. She's about to make me cry. This is over. I don't know, maybe.
Here we go.
Are you ready? It's recording now, but that way I don't have to get back up. Let me know when you're ready.
Here we are. Ready.
Okay, hold on. Let's look at the angles here, see where we are. I'm usually move closer, actually. Make sure you're in frame fully. Okay, boom. There we go. All right. There we go. We'll extend the back. There it is. Chest out, back straight. Boom. Cool. Okay, so one more. So, who are you?
I'm Andrea Nicole. I am a curator, songwriter, singer, one of the owners of Tribe Pop-Up in Washington, D.C., brand new.
What is Tribe Pop-Up?
Tribe Pop-Up is a collective of several different small businesses from the DMV area.
Okay. So does Baltimore count as the DMV?
Absolutely.
Are you sure?
I am positive.
What about like Frostburg, Maryland? Is that also part of the DMV?
Yes.
Okay.
D.C., Maryland, Virginia.
So there's no end cap.
Nope.
Okay. So what made you want to do a collective shop and name it Tribe?
Well, Tribe, of course, family-oriented, a sense of togetherness. And I feel like as a people, as a unit, people need to come together a lot more, especially if they have like-minded ideas and thoughts and things they need to move together. And I feel like people are just more successful when they come together and work. Makes more sense to me.
So what is your end goal with this?
End goal? Well,
big picture, broad picture,
big
on the
picture.
Moon, shoot the stars.
I'd love for Tribe to be a household name. Not just a household name, but in several other cities along the East Coast, the West Coast, even the world. It needs to represent the coming together of small businesses and them working together to achieve a huge goal.
So what's your favorite thing about Tribe so far?
My favorite thing about Tribe, I think it's meeting new people. All of you as vendors are just so quirky and, it's a great kind of weird, well, any kind of weird to me.
You gotta be crazy to think you can run a business,
You do.
Start a business, you have to be nuts.
You absolutely do. I second that because I'm probably nuts. Because it seems crazy to everybody. And I get it. It is. But I would definitely say, like, the different personalities, the different artists that we're running into, whether musically or visually, it's pretty interesting.
Okay.
Pretty interesting.
Okay. So you said you're one of the owners. How many are you?
So it's 3 total.
3, okay.
There's Jasmine.
Looking for a 4th?
Possibly.
Okay, please continue. Sorry.
Maybe. Who
So you have to
knows?
put the pressure when it's on camera. Then it's just when you drop.
So he can quote me.
You got to drop the bomb on it.
Right there.
There it is.
Possibly. It's possible. Anything's possible, You can't make anything I can. But yeah.
But yeah, so you said there's 3 of you all.
3 of us. There's me, Andrea, there's Jasmine, and there's also Aisha.
How'd you all meet?
Aisha I've known for years now. We actually started a skincare company together called Buddy Babes LLC. And then Jasmine I just met this past year when I was a part of we both were part of a previous pop-up shop in the DC area. Yeah.
Nice. So you call it a pop-up shop.
Yeah.
Is it a certain time of day, certain day of the week, certain months? How do you run this thing?
Pop-up for us in this moment is meaning we're literally just here Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Okay.
10 a.m. to 10 p.m. And then pop-ups usually mean you don't have long leases. So we're just here for a couple months, and then we may migrate to another space and check out something else. Who knows?
Okay. Do you host any events here?
Yes, we have several events. We do artist showcases, open mics. So artist showcase. So if you're a local band or artist that is just, up and coming or just trying to find your way, and you need a space to have your show, and you want a space to invite your friends, your family to come see what you've been working on. You're releasing an album, an EP, or whatever. You can rent out our space to have that here.
So I take pictures and stuff like that. It's called Shutter Gold, shuttergold.me is apparently the website. You don't have to check it out if you don't want. But the link's will be downstairs if you want to take a look at it. You're more than welcome to. I'm not saying you have to though, but if you want.
Shameless plug.
It's totally shameless. I have no shame in my game. I'm just throwing it out there. So if I want to do a photo showcase here.
Good.
I can do something like that. Oh, okay.
Absolutely. See this wall right here? Look at this floor.
Okay.
You have this whole wall. Yeah. And as a vendor of Tribe, that's one of the benefits.
Oh, I'm a vendor of Tribe. I didn't even know that. Oh my gosh.
Duh.
Wow.
Netter Goes here.
Wow.
We carry Netter Goes products here.
Where's here?
733 11th Street, Northeast. Zip code is 20002, Washington, D.C.
Okay.
So, heart of H Street, smack dab in the middle of it.
Okay. So what you're telling me here, is if someone wants to reach out to you,
yes,
okay, and learn more about you and understand more about you, how they do so?
So you can email us, tribepopup@gmail.com.
Okay.
You can follow us on Instagram @tribepopup. That's pretty much it. It's real simple. Shoot us a DM or an Instagram message. Yeah, the same thing. Or an email. Yeah.
Okay, so you all ready for, I have another question. You ready for that?
Here we go.
Are you ready for that?
I'm ready.
What drives you? Why do you wake up every morning?
What drives me? So there is this fire. Well, one, I'm in Aries. April 5th, baby. Okay.
I'm an Aquarius. I found out I'm an air sign and not a water sign, which is just what the hell?
Some straight fire.
I should be a water
So there's
sign.
always
So
there's something always churning in me. For me, it's just this notion that I know there's way more than what I'm being offered in the general world. So I'm not a normal person. I don't know how to be normal.
What is normal?
What is normal? What is regular? And I'm not throwing shade on anybody that has a regular, normal life. But me, I'm not going to be able to do that. It's no shade. We need normal people. We need normal. The world operates with normality in there too. But I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to sit at a desk. I don't know how to sit still. I don't know how to not meet people and be creative and make and do, and I don't know how to do it. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long have you had this fiery desire to be yourself?
Oh, since I was a kid.
Since you were a kid. Do you ever have a moment where
Like 4 at least.
Ever had a moment where you forgot who you were?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, in this business, even our creative abilities, that whether I was in music or in business, like you have your low moments and you're like, am I gonna be normal now? Can I be normal? And then you snap out of it. It may go on for like a few weeks.
Yeah.
Some people it goes on for like a year or two.
Some people decades. Some people have decades.
That's not a moment.
So my theory with midlife crises.
Yeah.
Right? So my theory with those is, say you have a man, right? And they usually say men go through midlife crisis, right? And it's usually just like an old time thing. Just go back to like that 70s show kind of time, right?
Okay.
In that day and age, you graduated high school, you went to the military,
You did.
were in war, you got married, had kids, worked at a factory. That was the life.
And you also want to insert beat your wife, weren't a good husband, you were a cheater, made everybody's lives miserable.
We can throw that in there.
Let's throw that in there.
I'm not throwing the shoe through that in there.
I did.
I'm just.
Because I've seen it. Okay. I know what that say.
But now let's say, right?
Yeah.
Why would that happen? Because, and here's my theory, right? So, as a young man, once you graduate high school at 18, right, you have a lot of growth to do.
Yeah.
But you didn't get a chance to grow. You were thrown right into a world where you were killing
Well, these
people.
things are taught. These are taught.
I wouldn't say always. I'm not going to say always.
I will say, and with most of the people that I've experienced that with, and like seeing it and see it kind of play out. I'm only 27, so I've seen this just, my dad or my uncles or that side of the family, and they're in their 50s, same kind of life. And back then too, there was also this choice of if I got in trouble, it was go to the military or go to jail.
Yeah, okay.
So that was something else that was pretty dope. I feel like should be reinstated. But also in the time that we're in war-wise, it's kind of like it's not really that great either. Like, it's not even that great of an option anymore. But back then, there wasn't a lot going on.
Yeah.
That shit was like, World War II stuff. But my dad age, he fought no war. But still saw stuff, and had the military experience. But I just think that everyone that chooses that path needs to be required to undergo mental health care afterwards.
Yeah.
Because you come back to your family like you're normal, and you're just not. You're not. And you go in one person, and I married this person, I love them, and they're this, and yes, they're everything I wanted them to be, and they come back and you're like,
I'm sure that,
who's that?
Like, that first,
who are you?
The first, whatever it is, that first death or anything can change you, especially if you're a kid.
Oh, man.
At 18, you're still, so you have not been free. So
you
here's my
haven't
theory.
seen anything.
Here's my theory with life, right? So my first 18 years of life,
Yeah.
I was someone else's property, of my parents' property.
Literally.
Then I went off to school.
Yeah.
It was my own property, but I still relied on my parents there.
And it was only, 5-6 years?
Right.
Like 4 years if you
And
were
even
really
though I still didn't know. I just learned about myself.
you don't know
I'm
yourself.
still working on it, right? So I have 18 years before I was someone else's thing.
Yeah.
For a couple years, I'm my own thing.
Yeah.
And then that's when people say, okay, well, I'm gonna have kids now, and I'm like 25, and it's like, whoa.
Who is that?
We just met you.
Ooh.
Telling you, like, you just met yourself.
Can't do it.
And
you know what? I was this person. In high school, I was very sheltered, and I grew up in like a very strong Christian family or whatever. And so it was like, it was Baptist church, it was church, it was this, it was that. Everything was like cookie cutter. This is who you are, this is who you're going to be, and virgin and this and that, and blah. Just was like a boiling pot of mess, just waiting to just bubble over. And so, you go. I had the same boyfriend for like 4 years in high school. Totally loved him. We just knew we were gonna get married and all this other stuff. And then life happened. And then here I am, like 19 in college, crying a river of tears because my ex-boyfriend from high school that talked to me. That was not supposed to be my freshman year. I should have been focused on like this vision of what I thought my life was going to be based on what I had already calculated.
Yeah.
Also based on what I had been taught. Like 19, you don't know your stuff. You don't want to have 19 with kids, married. Oh, I would have been a disaster.
Yeah, but that's what happens to a lot of people.
No, it doesn't.
Especially if you go to the military, right?
I've seen it.
In the military, once you get in when you're 18, you get married. Because you don't want to be in the barracks. You don't want to be in the rows.
Nope.
And like, I may die, so I want someone to love, right?
Yeah.
You get married at 19, 20.
See, that right there. Having to program yourself to say, I may die. Let's hurry up and get married. And he just picking someone else. She likes me. She's pretty cool. Great. We're getting married.
You want to know another theory?
That is nuts.
You ready for this one? All right.
Here we go.
This involves Black people in America.
Oof.
Are you ready for this one? Y'all ready for this one? I've been formulating this theory for the past couple of years, right? And here it is. This is a good one. So, right, if you live in, let's say, Chicago, right? You live in Chicago, and you live in a neighborhood that has gangbangers and stuff like that, and you aren't one, but you live in that life. Every day you think you may not make it.
Oh, yeah.
How does that play on your
Like, what is
mind?
life expectancy? Like
How does that play on your
16,
mind?
18, 21
You're
is
in a
like,
war
oh,
zone.
you made it.
You're in a war
Yeah.
zone. Every day for you is a battle.
It's literally
So
a
every
battle.
day for you, you're in war, right? And you're like, I may not make it. Especially if you
You're
are a
constantly looking over your
gangbanger.
shoulder. You're constantly expecting either you or your friend or your cousin, somebody to die.
Yep.
That's just
How does that play on your mind? And then, on that point, how does that
Mental
play?
health.
If you have, there you go. And if you have kids, how do you put that into your kids?
Oh, man.
Right? Because you teach your kids what you know.
literally. And when you
If
know
don't
nothing,
know
your kids know nothing.
Right. And my theory for that one is Black people are put into a mental war. So every day.
At an early age.
At an early age.
An early age.
And
And
so
that's
every
in
day
any
you gotta look at
scenario. So that's in that scenario. That's if you were sheltered and like coddled and, in this church cookie cutter scenario. That's in other spaces where other stuff is going on, single mom, single dads in there. It's in every scenario.
And you see how that
We got a lot of battles.
So you're saying, see, so
We got a lot of battles to fight with that. Like,
see,
Ooh.
that should be a whole chat
that's a
session
whole
here.
series.
That should be a whole thing at the tribe here.
That's a series. Seriously.
I'm just saying, like, my podcast is totally lit.
I'm here. You can have your podcast here. I'm good with that.
Podcast is lit. That would be kind of cool though, because what I do is I like to do the video part of it and then I extract the audio and do
I'm with
as
it.
well. That'd be kind of sick. What do you all think? TikTok. I like that.
That'd be cool.
All right. So let's see. I have one more question.
Okay.
One more question. Okay. Are you ready for this one?
Here we go.
Okay. If you can control any element, earth, fire, water, or air, what would you control?
Fire.
Why?
I'm a Mario Kart 64 fan. So when I'm driving, it's so childish. As soon as someone cuts in front of me or does anything, I just want to go. I'm so childish, I'm sorry. But I want it to be a ball of fire in my head so I could just be like,
Okay. I would also be a firebender.
I want to be fire.
It's an Avatar: The Last Airbender reference, so if they want to plug me and put me in the next cartoon, I'm totally there.
I want to be a fire. And it needs to be quick, just like, that's it. Just ashes. That's what you need to see, just particles.
All right, we're done. We're done with this. See you. So that was Tribe. Hope you all enjoyed it. I had some interviews going on, some chit-chatting. There's a baby crying back there somewhere. But yeah, so that was, the little shop. It's at 733 11th Street, Northeast. And I hope you all pop through, hang out, pick up some stuff, talk to some vendors, just get to know some people, because there's some really good folks. So, without further ado, I will end this video with a shameless plug again to like this video, subscribe to, my channel if you have not already done so. And also tell your friends about me. Comment, chit chat. Let me know what you think. Deuces.